Breathe from your diaphragm. Our diaphragm is a primary muscle used in respiration. This thin, fibrous skeletal muscle sits at the base of our chest, located below the lungs and the heart. The diaphragm contracts and flattens when we inhale and when we exhale. This breathing action creates a reaction, kind of like a vacuum effect. As we inhale, we pull air into our lungs, and we exhale, and the air goes back out. You know, basically the process of breathing. Do you think that the lungs do all the work when we breathe? This dome-shaped little super muscle, our diaphragm, is hard at work, contracting continuously, assisting the lungs as we breathe. Let's talk about breath support now. Breath support is the physical contraction of your diaphragm, which enables your lungs to receive air. When we breathe in, the diaphragm contracts and your stomach expands. As we exhale, the diaphragm relaxes and the air escapes the lungs. So, why is our diaphragm so important for public speaking? Well, it's referred to as diaphragmatic breathing. And when it comes to public speaking, diaphragmatic breathing is your go-to tool. Proper breathing is so incredibly important for the voice because without it, your vocal cords will never vibrate. No vibration, no sound. In order to have a powerful voice, you've got to take a powerful breath. Speaking of powerful voices, maybe we should move on to the vocal cords. Your vocal cords are two elastic bands of tissue in your throat. They're located in your larynx, which is also called the voice box. The larynx is at the top of your trachea, which is also known as the windpipe. When you go to your doctor, they can see your larynx and your vocal cords just by holding a small mirror at the back of your throat. You know, when you go into the doctor and they tell you, say ah. Okay, quiz time. How many of you watching know how important your vocal cords are when it comes to breathing? What about making a sound? Isn't that crazy cool? All that begins to happen when you laugh, or you cough, or you speak. It's like a natural partnership that occurs in your body, and it all begins when you breathe. That air from your diaphragm comes on up through your lungs, and believe it or not, it travels all the way up to your voice box, to your vocal cords. And your vocal cords are these happy little things that just start dancing around and vibrating. And that's why, without air, there is no sound. Vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is a long cranial nerve that stretches from the brainstem to the colon. The vagus nerve is involved in an extensive list of vital functions. One of the more crucial functions is its ability to carry information to the brain as it lowers stress responses associated with fight or flight mechanisms. Diaphragmatic breathing is something that you can do anytime or anywhere to instantly stimulate your vagus nerve. HRV, which is the measurement of variations within beat-to-beat intervals. Breathing deep from our diaphragms is of paramount importance as a central component of maintaining a healthy physiological balance. Breathing deeply is essential for improving heart rate variability, especially when it comes to public speaking. Posture and projection, they kind of go hand in hand. Good posture will help the projection. This is for public speaking and singing. Number 1, your feet should be slightly apart. I always like to say shoulder length apart. Number 2, your legs straight, of course, but your knees slightly bent. Maybe give a little weight to the ball of your feet. Number 3, hips facing straight forward. Number 4, your spine should be aligned. Just don't crouch forward. Don't hunch over. Number 5, abdomen flat. Number 6, chest comfortably forward. Number 7, shoulders are down and back. Number 8, your head facing straight forward. Projection. Breath technique is essential for proper voice projection. In normal talking, one may use air from the top of the lungs. However, a properly projected voice uses air properly flowing from the expansion of the diaphragm. In good vocal technique, well-balanced respiration is especially important to maintaining vocal projection. The goal is to isolate and relax muscles controlling the vocal cords so they are unimpaired by tension. The counterplay between the diaphragm and the abdominal muscles is trained to control the airflow. This slide is going to be about sharing your voice with an audience through good projection, great articulation and enunciation, and pauses. Your voice plays an integral role in the way that you communicate, express your emotions, and establish your character. You need to keep your voice fit and vibrant. Watch your enunciation, learn your natural pitch, and project from that pitch. Glossophobia, or speech anxiety. It is the fear of public speaking, or of speaking in general. The word glossophobia comes from the Greek languages. It means tongue, or fear or dread of speaking. Many people only have this fear, while others may also have social phobia, or social anxiety disorder. Some causes of glossophobia may arise because of a combination of genetic tendencies and other environmental, biological, or psychological factors. People who fear speaking may have a real fear of being embarrassed or rejected. Practice makes perfect, as they say, but knowing your audience truly offers phenomenal insight, analysis, understanding, demographics, interest, environment, needs, customization, and expectations. Be into your topic, prepare, visualize success, practice, and know the audience and the setting. Ask yourself, what does my audience need to hear from me? Understanding your audience and the purpose will help you make better choices as to how you format and structure your presentation. While you're up there on the stage, you need to know what your audience knows. What do you know about your intended audience? What do they value? What do they already know about your topic? Why do they need to know what you're presenting? What kind of evidence do you have that will convince them that you know what you're talking about? Making direct eye contact with an audience can be so overwhelming. In the beginning of this video, we discussed a few reasons that would interfere with your ability as a public speaker, such as glossophobia and social anxiety and fear of embarrassment. We as Native Indigenous peoples also have to contend with historical intergenerational trauma and PTSD. There are cultural teachings long ago, if not even today, that suggest looking at someone in the eyes while speaking to them could be considered disrespectful or at least culturally inappropriate. But today, in this 21st century, we have a long, illustrious list of incredible, inspirational Indigenous public speakers, public figures, artists, and entertainers who are all unafraid to speak, who are unafraid to make eye contact, and who are determined to make an impact. So, with that said, eyes on the prize. Make that all-important eye contact with your audience and know that you are following in the footsteps of great leaders. And now it's your turn. There are many, many tricks, tools of the trade, and things that you can do to become a phenomenal public speaker, motivational speaker, a keynote speaker. There are limitless possibilities. Be a leader in your urban native community, or go home and become a leader of your tribe. The tools that were offered in this public speaking tutorial video were purposefully intended to bring awareness and empowerment to those who are challenged by historical trauma. Perfecting, crafting, and honing in on your gifts all contribute to you becoming a great public speaker. But one of the most important things that I can offer you is to be passionate about your topic, as if though it is a part of you. When you speak about something that you know so intimately, and that is that huge part of you, then the task of being in front of people becomes a lot less invasive. As Indigenous peoples, whether we're urban, living in Seattle or other cities, or we are on the reservations and we've been brought up in a cultural way, remember to give thanks, remember to be humble, remember to be honest, and remember to always honor our Indigenous ancestors with gratitude and humility.